Hey everybody, it's Toushin over at Life Realty District. Today is February 8th, 2021. Yes, we're already in February, and I'm here to bring you a January 2021 market update. So, what's going on in the market today? Look at the sign behind me. That's a perfect description of what's happening. The market's just nuts. If you're talking to family, friends, colleagues, you're on social media reading headlines, prices are going up. Prices are going up and buyers are fighting over properties, removing contingencies, really doing anything to pick up good property these days. So we're gonna dive right into it, and I'm gonna try to make some sense of it because it doesn't make sense to a lot of people. So I break it down into 3 words, and 3 words only: supply and demand. It's just supply and demand, which is completely out of whack right now, mainly due to the pandemic and a lot of uncertainty. Just since June, so the past 6 months, we've actually seen a 55% drop in available homes for sale, what we call inventory. Right now in Clark County, we have about 2,700 homes actively on the market, which is the lowest I've ever seen in my 9 years of selling real estate. And back in June 2020, we had over 6,000 homes on the market, and demand just continues to grow. So we're gonna go into the reasons why. But right now, most of my buyers are locking in 30-year fixed conventional mortgages at 2.6, 2.7%, which is unheard of. It's like free money. So let's talk about January specifically, so you get a good idea of where the leading indicators of demand are coming from. So we had 2,300 new listings for single family homes hit the market. Keep in mind, I'm not including condos or townhomes in this, just single family homes. 2,300 new listings, 4,800 homes went into contract. So that's more than double the amount of homes that are coming on the market that are actually going into contract. That gives you a good idea of where demand is. So let's talk about supply and demand. And first, let's start with the demand element. Where is the demand coming from? Well, primarily mortgage rates have never been so low. Like I said, 2.6, 2.7% for a 30-year fixed loan. If you bought a house a year ago, you're paying 3.75 to 4% interest rates. Today, you're paying 2.75. So essentially, if you bought a $500,000 home last year at last year's rates, you could buy almost a $600,000 home this year at a lower rate and still have the same payment. So that's how buyers are okay justifying paying higher prices for property. We have huge amounts of incoming population from mainly California, Oregon, and Washington, pretty much the whole West Coast. We have no state income tax. We have great weather year-round, except for a couple months in the summer. So hopefully you got cool. And overall, people are just finding better quality of life here in Southern Nevada than they are anywhere else. Lots of companies on the West Coast are allowing their employees to relocate and move. They're actually incentivizing them to do that because they're closing down their office space, and they're finding that their employees have better morale and better productivity, working from home, being closer to family. And so again, that's why we see a lot of people moving across the state line as well. And then something that a lot of people don't talk about these days is inflation. With COVID and the amount of government stimulus that's being printed right now, the amount of money we're printing, it just really drives the value of the dollar down. And when you buy real estate, you buy property, and you lock in at an interest rate for 30 years, that payment is set, that's solid, that's never changing. So essentially what you're doing is you're freezing inflation on your cash by putting it into real estate. Let's talk about supply for a second. Why is supply so low that it's causing this big frenzy? So people just don't want to move right now. They're either scared or uncertain of what's happening with the pandemic, the economy. They're just kind of, hunkering down. Mortgage rates are so low as well that they're choosing to refinance, maybe pull some cash out and remodel their homes because, again, they don't want to move, but they want to change their homes to kind of match what their new needs are, or what people have found their new needs to be after being quarantined in their houses for so many months. And the lower our supply gets, even for people that want to sell and want to buy and want to trade properties, we either trade up to a larger home because their families are growing, or downsize because their homes are just too big. It's difficult to do that in this market. Most people don't want to put their homes on the market until they find something they want to buy, but then something they want to buy pops up, and then there's multiple offers. So a lot of people feel stuck, and that's keeping a lot of inventory that we would have expected come on the market to not come on the market anymore. So hope that helps you understand kind of what's going on right now. I'm going to do lots more videos in the future to talk about these kind of subjects. And also follow me on social media because I'm doing a lot of content there. You can find me on Instagram at Agent Toushin, or of course on Facebook at Toushin Group. Hope everyone has a great day, and I'll see you next time.